Good morning, everyone. I'm going to try to make this video for you. It's a yin practice for getting deep into the hips. I am bringing my whole being here this morning. As you can see, I have my pile of spiritual books that I read every single morning. And I woke up this morning on the wrong side of the bed. I will admit to you, I'm a little grouchy. I'm a little tired. Physically, I don't feel the greatest. There are days when I can just pop out of bed and move into my day, and today is not one of them. So I hesitated whether or not I should even share a yoga class with you, but oftentimes it is from these darker places of myself that I don't like to be in, because let's face it, it doesn't feel good to be uncomfortable. But it's oftentimes from these places that I share my best yoga. So I thought, why not? I will share what I have and offer what I can give you this morning. And I'm also going to invite you to be in that same place if you are, or if you have been, or maybe if you will be. So let's find a nice, comfortable seat. And oh yes, I also have my coffee, which helps. It's very early this morning. So let's take a little coffee break. And let's find a nice, comfortable seat. And how about if we make a deal with each other to bring our true selves to the mat when we practice? It doesn't matter if it's the good, the bad, or the ugly. Let's just bring who we are here. We spend an extraordinary amount of energy trying to suppress the things that don't feel good and the things that we don't like to look at, instead of just letting them up and out. I say that up and out because I always feel a lot of my discomfort emotionally and energetically in my stomach. So let's vow to release whatever we need to release today and to show up just as we are, because there are messages and gifts and blessings even in the discomfort. So let's find a comfortable seat. Close the eyes momentarily and center. Bring the awareness straight away right down into the body. Noticing any aches and pains or stiffness or tightness that you may be feeling. And just embracing how you are showing up on your mat this morning. As if each aspect of you, emotions, energy, physical sensations, are visitors coming in for coffee this morning. Invite them all in. Give them a cup of coffee. I'm not sure I have enough coffee this morning for all of my visitors. We need to keep our humor. And let them sit on the couch with you and invite them to tell you exactly why it is they are showing up this morning. Just let them be here. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that can relate to this. I don't think I can. I don't think it's just me. Bring your awareness to your breath as the natural breath breathes the body in and out, exchanging air, nutrients, expelling waste. We inhale, feeding ourselves, and we exhale and feed our plants. And bring your attention to your precious heart center. As we all are here, these days, these moments can sometimes be very raw. There isn't always happiness to be found, joy, blessings. I truly am existing moment by moment. And I will tell you that these practices provide deep comfort. As you sit here with your eyes closed, I will read you a passage from one of my books. It's called Jesus Calling. Whether you believe in Jesus or not, or a follower of Christianity, it doesn't matter. Just let these words flow through your awareness. This is Jesus talking. I am taking care of you. Trust me at all times. Trust me in all circumstances. Trust me with all of your heart. When you are weary and everything seems to be going wrong, you can still utter these 4 words. I trust you, Jesus. By doing so, you release matters into my control and you fall back into the security of my everlasting arms. Before you arise from your bed in the morning, I have already arranged the events of your day. Every day provides many opportunities for you to learn my ways and grow closer to me. Signs of my presence brighten even the dullest day when you have eyes that really see. Search for me. As for hidden treasure, I will be found by you. Talk about perfect words this morning. Let's take one more big breath in as you invoke your own intention for this morning's practice. Maybe you're feeling just fine, and this is truly working out the kinks of a sore lower back. Whatever it may be, we all come to our mats for different reasons. And my hope is that my sharing this morning will give you permission to show up exactly the way you are. Even us yoga teachers have bad days, bad moments, bad mornings, and my practices almost always help me to feel better. So let's slowly blink the eyes open. And I am quite sore this morning. Let's just take some nice, and my body feels it. So some seated cat-cows. Just move instinctively. See what feels good for you this morning. Get what you came for. Give yourself exactly what you need. Side bending over. Isolate your pelvis and move your rib cage. See if you can imagine separating in between all of those little individual ribs, and then make some circles. I'll make belly dancers of you all sooner or later. And then the other direction. Excellent. And then stretch the arms up tall. One side, then the other. If you get free little chiropractic adjustments, congratulations. Oh, it feels so good to stretch, especially in the morning. A little twist to one side. Arms up above, and a little twist to the other side. Excellent. We are going to take a tour of the hips this morning. So let's bring the feet out wide and the knees out wide and just start to windshield wiper the legs side to side. We've done this before. Next time over, swing the arm. I have tried to record a couple of yoga classes before this one at home, and it's been quite noisy, so my dogs woke me up at 4:30 this morning, come to stillness, and maybe this was the reason, because the house is very quiet right now. Let's bring the soles of the feet together in a bound angle. I didn't offer up any suggestions for props this morning. If you don't need them, then let your limbs hang out, letting gravity and time help with the stretching. But if you do, please take care of yourself. You can put, I have a couple of books right here, so I will just use that as an example. You could put a couple of books under your knees to support you. Should you need that, just take care of yourself. Sit up nice and tall, and let's let the feet come away from the body a little bit further than usual, perhaps, than what you would normally do. And make this nice diamond shape with your legs. Sit up nice and tall and start to tip forward with the pelvis first, leading with the chest. Then when you feel that nice significant resistance in the hip muscles, you can drape forward and come into your butterfly pose, your yin. Butterfly your legs up and down maybe a few times. Make sure they're nice and relaxed. And find your breath. There's something to be said about practicing when it's dark out, especially if you feel like you are in a quieter mood or irritable. The darkness can envelop you like a blanket, like a warm cave. My little foster dog right now, I mentioned she's very shy. She lived a year as a feral dog, so we are trying to teach her how to live as a dog. She's much more comfortable outside. So when she comes in, she finds refuge in visiting her crate often. She's teaching me a lot about myself. You can imagine the practice and the darkness outside, like your crate, just going within. Ask what it is that you need to hear, and then dare to open up and truly listen. The body is a great messenger, and so is your breath. As the body responds to this longer held position, maybe you find that your torso starts to drape down even more. Let's take 3 more very deep breaths here in this butterfly pose. Slowly, as slowly as you came in, let's start to come back up to a comfortable seat. And let's bring the legs wide into dragonfly. You can bring one hand behind you, one hand in front to sit up nice and tall. Tip your pelvis forward. Make sure your sits bones are equally heavy on the ground, equally weighted. Sit up nice and tall here. And as you inhale your arms up high overhead, start to side bend over to the right, just for a breath. Inhale through center. Exhale. Turn your head in the opposite direction like I am, up toward the sky. That helps to keep the front of the body open. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. One more time. Up. Another book that I read, I will just pass along to you. It's really great. It's called The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. So this Jesus Calling book and Book of Awakening, you read them every day. They are dated. Another book that I have, Margaret, thank you so much for giving this to me, is Walk in Faith. They all have great daily messages, and interestingly enough, they're always very applicable to what I need. So let's start to tip forward. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Slowly come forward, and when you feel that significant resistance, drape. And find your breath. The reason I bring up Mark Nepo's book is today's entry. He talks about just naming in your mind what is coming up. So for example, as we're here draped in our dragonfly, I may say soreness in my right hamstring, tightness around my right shoulder blade, impatience, relaxation,
irritability. You get the picture.
So try that with yourself as you fold forward, draped over in your dragonfly pose.
Just name and label what is coming up for you in your practice. It can be joy and bliss, ecstasy, perfection. I'm talking about welcoming everything and then judge nothing. Invite them all in. You may be able to hear my dog breathing softly in the background. It's not me snoring, I promise. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. We need to keep our sense of humor now more than ever. And slowly start to bring your
Torso back up. You can prop underneath your knees with your hands and slowly bring your legs back in to center. Let's stretch the legs out long in front of you. Keep your sits bones propped up. Inhale your arms up high overhead. Let the pelvis tip forward and slowly drape into a caterpillar. Let the arms be heavy and the elbows bend and the head be heavy. Yin is darkness, moon energy, quiet, introspective, contemplative, feminine, emotional. So it's a great practice to do in the dark. And it's a great practice to do when you're feeling less than thrilled, because you have nothing else to do except hang out in your shape and visit with yourself. My family will thank me for this practice this morning by the time they all get up. Three more nice deep breaths. Slowly start to come up. My dog just passed gas. I don't know if you heard the video. Oh my gosh, this is a very interesting time. Okay. That made my morning, I'm not gonna lie. This video picks up every little sound, so you may have heard it. I just wanted to let you know that wasn't me either. Start to slowly bend your knees. And let's come down on your side. It doesn't matter which side. Just face me so that you can see what I'm doing. Take your top arm and reach for your bottom ankle. This top leg can be bent and resting on the floor in front of you. Then start to drag that bottom knee back behind you so you're getting a stretch in the front of your quadriceps muscle group. Stay just like this, or if you want to get a double bang for your buck, you can roll open and twist. Roll that top shoulder open toward the ceiling.
and get a nice little twist while you're stretching your quadriceps. If you need a strap, you can use a bathrobe tie around your ankle to help make your arm longer, if that would be more comfortable. I will tell you that I am feeling this in every single aspect of my body. Tightness in the quadriceps, tightness in my rib cage. So bring up for you everything that you are feeling. I've appreciated the pictures and the comments that you have been sending me as you practice yoga, taking advantage of these classes. I had one adorable picture. Thank you for sending it, Tony. She was in a child's pose with her little tiny dog underneath her belly, and her child built a Jenga game on her back with her yoga blocks. Very, very cute. Another person, thank you, Claire, sent me an email to tell me how much her dog has been enjoying doing yoga with her at home. So you get to hear my dog fart and snore while I teach you yoga live. Let's take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, don't slingshot the leg. Slowly release the foot. Slowly roll over onto your back all the way. Straighten yourself out for a moment. Oh, okay. The body's starting to wake up. Give the knees a nice little hug. Rock side to side. And let's take that on the other side. I'm going to just flip over so that you can see the front of my body. Come down onto the opposite side. Make a little pillow with your bottom arm. Take your top hand. Reach for that bottom ankle. Drag the knee back. Stay right here or twist open toward the ceiling. Find some nice deep breaths here. Cat catches his tail. We are doing so much in this shape. 3 more deep breaths. Slowly release the leg. This time, curl back over onto your side and press your way up to a comfortable seat. The next shape we are going to take, let's take a little coffee break. Coffee asana, Java asana. We can have fun with that one. I like to do yoga early in the morning with a hot cup of something. It's lovely. So I thought I would share that with you this morning. The next shape that we are going to do is sleeping swan or figure 4. I will show you both, and you can take whichever one suits you this morning. Both will accomplish the exact same thing. Roll over your crossed legs. If you would like to come into sleeping swan, bring one leg up in front of you. You can keep that front knee bent
so that your heel is going toward your groin. Stretch that back leg out long behind you. You can curl your toes under to walk it back and then flip the top of your foot flat on the floor. Make sure that your pelvis is relatively level. So if your hip is sticking up, way up in the back, put a pillow or something underneath. Once you have built your foundation, bring the top part of you down onto the floor. You can stay right here, or if you'd like to come down even further, you can build a little pillow with your hands and rest your forehead down. This is Sleeping Swan. Stay right here for several breaths. If you would rather figure 4, you lay on your back first, cross your ankle over your knee, then draw your knee in towards your chest, and you get the same effect. So take what you need, take what you want, and find your breath. Close your eyes. Rest deeply. Accept yourself exactly where you are. You may notice that your energy and your mood start to shift during your practice. Mine is to a more lighthearted, jovial, fun mood. If it doesn't, that's fine. Let's take 3 more breaths right where we are. And if you're in figure 4, you can release that leg. If you're in Sleeping Swan, you can slowly bring your torso back up. Sit off to the side to release that pose and find your way in your own way over to your other side. Make any movements between here and there that make sense. And when you're ready, you can come into your deep hip stretch on the other side. No, once you find your stretch, George, close your eyes and find your breath. Keep breathing. Keep relaxing. Right where you are. The trash truck came. George is letting me know. Let the sounds of his warning just wash through your awareness as an anchor to the present moment while you continue to rest here deeply in your hip stretch. Taking 3 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can slowly make your way out of your pose, whatever you have picked out for yourself this morning. And take the next several breaths to take care of yourself. Wiggle around, take care of any unfinished business, come into a headstand, do a back bend, downward facing dog, whatever it feels like you need. Find some freedom, self-expression in your movement. Maybe pair your movement with your inner landscape. Create some yoga sculpture art on your mat this morning. Taking your time, and only when that feels complete, no hurry at all, find your way into a nice, comfortable relaxation shape. That can be Shavasana in any way that you would like. Belly, back, side, finding your legs up the wall, curled up into a ball. Cover your eyes. Sabina, if I had an eye pillow to offer you, I would give it to you now. You too, cat. Cover up with a blanket. And although I can't put my hands on you these days, I will be giving you distance Reiki. So close your eyes and see if you can feel energy running through you, just like what happens when I have my hands on you during class. Healing, accepting energy, swirling around your body, washing over you, entering through the crown of your head, traveling through your arms and legs all the way out to your fingers and toes, swirling around your heart, supporting your digestive organs, cooling in your pelvis, all through your entire body, healing, calming, relaxing energy. Rest heavily. Maybe you can hear the sound of the birds outside. We are bringing up the sun. Take in these words as you rest heavily on the earth. When I try to do something, I sometimes fail. Trying is not enough, for I must believe with all my heart that I can succeed. Belief is a superpower given to us from a God who knows that by putting our utmost faith in Him, or her, or them, or source, or universe, whatever you believe, we can achieve anything we set our minds and hearts to. As you begin to deepen your breath, letting the breath travel along your energy body as they are one, into your extremities, down to your fingers and toes, guiding you to any small little physical movements that would make sense. You also can linger in Shavasana. You do not have to get up. Isn't that beautiful? You can stay here long after this video is over. You can meet me if you care to get up now. Press your way into a comfortable seat. We'll try a new mudra today. So bring your hands into your heart center as we always do. But this time, keep the bottoms of your hands and your pinkies and thumbs together. So you've made this nice little flower, this lotus. Let the thumbs rest against your heart center. And as we prepare to leave this formal practice of yoga this morning, or whenever you have decided to watch this video, let our practice fill our cups first. And as our cup is full and overflowing with everything that we need, let us share that, spreading it out and sharing with all beings everywhere, so that we and they feel loved, so that we know peace in our hearts and in our minds and in our bodies, and that we may be healthy, living with abundance or at least enough, free from causes of sorrow and suffering and illness. It was my pleasure to share this practice with you this morning. It is sunrise, it is beautiful, and I wish you all an amazing day. Sending love to each and every one of you. Namaste.